welcome back to part 3 of our combo video. So we'll be continuing off here with a 3-card combo, Swirl Slime, Kepler and Lamia. We'll start off with Swirl Slime and Kepler to fusion summon and go for our Genghis. From here we'll actually banish off Swirl Slime, and this will allow us to special summon out Lamia from the hand. Genghis's effect will trigger off, bringing back Kepler from the graveyard. On summon, he adds Gate to your hand, of course, and then Gate will search your Copernicus. From this point, you can take Lamia and Genghis, and together they make Alexander. And of course, now we can normal summon Copernicus itself, and there'll be a chain link 1 and 2, so you just have to know what you're really doing here. But Copernicus is going to ditch your Vice Typhon from your deck, and of course Alexander will bring back a card as well, so we're obviously going to bring back Lamia since it's our only target here. Alright, so with that we could take Copernicus and Alexander, and we're going to link summon to go for our Lanthorincus. Now obviously it depends on how you space out these things, but you know, I'm sure in an actual situation you guys will know. But we can take in our graveyard our Vice Typhon as well as Genghis, and we are going to fusion summon again and go for our big Genghis. Now of course just got to be careful of link marker space here. Now that big Genghis is out, we can take Lamia and Kepler. Kepler will go to the extra deck, of course, just like Copernicus as well. But we'll synchro summon to go for a Formula Synchron. We can actually draw an additional card for free, so it's definitely really nice as well. But from here we can take our Gate, send it to the graveyard, and then we can bring back our Lamia again. From there, big Genghis will special summon back our Alexander. And then from there we can take Alexander and Lamia. And no, sorry, we could take big Genghis and Formula Synchron first, and we could synchro summon these two, and we'll be able to go for our big Genghis. So yeah, this is from the graveyard. So now we have the big Alexander. We could take regular Alexander and Lamia. This time Lamia does get banished, unfortunately, but it's fine. We'll just bring out a Siegfried, and from there, big Alexander will special summon out our regular Alexander once more. So definitely really nice. It's a 3-card combo, but it generates us a total of pretty much 5 cards. An additional card could be used for anything, but you know, he also gets an additional 3k on attack as well, since you have 3 DDD monsters on the field, so it's definitely more than enough for game. You have 2 negates if it's your turn technically, with Hiking Genghis's effect. Alright, so next combo we'll be doing a 4-card combo. For the first time we'll be using Puppet Master. This combo is going to be a really complicated one, so bear with me if I get lost in a bit of it. But I do have this one on screen, as this one I can't actually remember entirely. But Swirl and Kepler will go into a Genghis right away, and from there we can use Swirl's effect from the graveyard and banish it to special summon our Copernicus from the hand. From there we'll use Copernicus to ditch a Ragnarok to the graveyard, from our deck of course, and from there we can tribute off our Genghis to normal summon our Puppet Master. Now Puppet Master's effect is, if he's tribute summoned, you can pay 2,000 life points to special summon 2 fiend type monsters from your graveyard, but they cannot attack this turn. So in that case we'll use Puppet Master to bring back Ragnarok and Kepler. And of course Ragnarok's effect is, if it's summoned in any way, you can bring back a DDD monster, so we'll bring back Flame King Genghis. From here we can take Copernicus and Kepler. Kepler first actually. He will add Gate to our hand, so that's very nice. But we won't activate it just yet, so we'll keep it in the hand for now. But we'll take Kepler and Copernicus. They both go to the extra deck now. I'm actually going to leave on the side right here to indicate it, because we'll be using them again. But we'll basically link summon those two together, and we'll go for a Heavy Metal Foes Electrumite. So with that we can use Electrumite effect, and he will send another Ragnarok from our deck to the extra deck as well. From there, we can use Gate and activate it to add our Thomas from deck to hand. We'll activate Thomas in the scale and use his effect to actually add back Kepler again. So now Kepler's back in the hand. And from there, we'll use Electrumite's effect, allowing us to destroy Thomas. And this will add back Ragnarok from our extra deck face up. So now we have Ragnarok and Kepler back in the hand again. So from here, we can actually scale both the Ragnarok and Kepler in our scales. So we have a 5 and a 10, which gives us pretty much we can pendulum summon anything between 5 and 10. So that's definitely really nice. But from here, we can take Genghis and Electrumite, and together we can link summon these two to go for a Metaltron. But there's actually a particular ruling that I kind of messed up with, and that is since Genghis came back from the graveyard, it's no longer considered a monster from the extra deck, so kind of a problem there, but not to worry, because instead of Metaltron, we can easily just go for a Decode Talker, so do imagine that this card is Decode Talker instead. But of course, continuing on, we can now Pendulum Summon. So we have the two scales. We'll Pendulum Summon from the extra deck just the Thomas alone and bring him out. Obviously, he has to point from a link marker because he's coming from the extra deck. Now, Ragnarok has his scale effect where you lose 1,000 and you can bring back our Genghis again. So make sure not to take up a zone, but we'll be bringing back Genghis. And then from here, we can take Genghis and Puppet Master, and we can XE summon these two together and go for our DDD Wave Hiking Caesar. I think this card's definitely an underestimated card. It's quite an amazing card, so do check it out, and it actually has quite a decent effect that a lot of people just, ignore because the card is really costly to bring out, but we brought it out right here with not too much difficulty here. But of course, we'll use Thomas's effect now, and I recommend you actually destroy Kepler instead because his scale will keep dropping every single turn, so best to destroy him and keep Ragnarok in the scale. But we can special summon a level 8 DDD monster from our deck, and of course we're going to bring out the final Ragnarok here. This is actually our third Ragnarok already. But from here we can take all three of these level 8s together and overlay the 3 to go for a Coach King Giant Trainer. And of course his effect is even more nice because what he's capable of doing is you can actually detach a material from this card and then just draw a card. You can reveal it. If it's a monster, you can also inflict 800 damage to your opponent. You just can't conduct your battle phase, but if it's the first turn, it's actually quite decent. So you basically get an additional 3 cards in the hand. And on top of that, I forgot to mention, when we use Electrumite to kill off our Thomas to get back our Ragnarok from the scale as well, since we destroyed a pendulum monster, technically we're allowed to draw 1 additional card. So we actually got a 4-card combo, and we technically have 5 on board if you include the gate as well, and we also have 4 additional cards in the hand as well. So if possible, we might even be able to do another combo as well. So yeah, very cool here, but definitely more complicated than the others. Alright, so continuing on, we have a 2-card combo. This might just be the only 2-card combo I show you, but it's quite rare, but we can actually produce something quite nice. So we'll normal summon Copernicus, use his effect to ditch Swirl, we'll banish Swirl right away to special summon out Kepler. Kepler will obviously add you your Gate, and Gate will use its effect to add Thomas to your hand. Don't activate it just yet. From here, we can use Copernicus and Kepler, and we'll link summon these two, keeping them in the extra deck, of course, face up. We'll bring out Heavy Metal Foe's Electrumite. His effect on summon will send you Ragnarok from deck to your face up pendulum zone. We can activate Thomas into the scale and use his effect to bring back our Kepler. From there, we can take Electrumite and we will destroy Thomas. And of course, we'll bring back our Ragnarok to our hand. So now we have these two. And of course, since we destroyed a Pendulum monster, we get to draw a card off Electrumite's effect as well. And then we can activate these two in the scale, and then Pendulum Summon to go for a Thomas. And from here we can use Thomas's effect to destroy either Ragnarok or Kepler, completely up to you. We'll destroy Kepler, and we'll bring out a Ragnarok from the deck. From here we can just overlay these two together. And of course we can go for any rank 8, so either Hope Harbinger or we can go for Aikali Yugioh as well. But considering we brought this out with 2 cards to begin with, plus an additional extra card as well, I definitely think this is quite nice. Alright, so next we have a 3-card combo utilizing Vice Typhon. A lot of people have been giving a lot of hate for that particular card, that it's just a worse version of Necro Slime. But to be honest, I don't really think it bricks, to be honest, because the thing is, even if you had Necro Slime in the hand, what difference would it make? You're not going to normal summon that card. Vice Typhon is just a higher level, but that higher level can actually have its own advantages as well, and I'm going to show you in this particular short combo. We'll take Swirl Slime and Vice Typhon to fusion summon together, which will allow us to go for our Genghis, of course. From there, we can banish off Swirl Slime to special summon out our Kepler. And Kepler, of course, add you your Gate, and Genghis will special summon back Vice Typhon. Gate will also add our Lamia. We can normal summon Lamia, but of course from here we'll take Kepler and Genghis and link summon. This will go to the extra deck, and we'll finally be going for our Master King Archfiend. We can take Lamia and Vice Typhon, and together they bring out our Siegfried, and it only works because Vice Typhon is a level 7. We can also take Vice Typhon, banish it together with the Genghis, and of course we can bring out our Flame High King Genghis. Just a nice nifty combo, very short, doesn't use too many resources, but it definitely produces 2 negates if it's your turn and you're going for a big attack. So it's definitely quite nice here. Alright, here's a really fun combo I came up with. It's a 5-card combo, and it's just really awesome, so it's worth showing off. But we'll take Ragnarok and Swirl Slime, and obviously Fusion Summon to go right away for a big Genghis. Banish Swirl Slime to bring out Copernicus. Chainlink 1 and 2. Copernicus will send our Ghost to the graveyard, and Genghis will special summon back the Ghost. Of course, since Ghost hit the graveyard, he can choose one of your graveyard DD monsters and send an additional copy of it to the graveyard. So now we have 2 Ragnaroks in the grave. From here we can tribute off our Genghis to summon our Puppet Master. Puppet Master, you pay 2,000, and of course we can bring back Genghis and one of the Ragnaroks from the graveyard as well. From here we can take Genghis and link summon together with the Copernicus, which will go to the extra deck instead, and we'll bring out our Master King Archfiend. From here we can take DD Ghost, and we can take our Ragnarok and Synchro Summon to go for our Big Alexander. From here we can activate Swamp King. Swamp King will fusion summon using Ghost and one of the Ragnaroks, of course. Actually, one of the Ragnaroks was meant to go into the Pendulum Zone, but of course we'll use the other Ragnarok from the graveyard with the Ghost to banish, and this will allow us to actually bring out our Genghis, which is definitely really nice here. But of course Ghost will chain off being banished, and he will return our Ragnarok to the graveyard again. From there, Big Alexander's effect will go off, which will allow us to bring back Ragnarok from the grave. And since Ragnarok was summoned from the grave, he also brings back a DDD from the grave, so we can bring back High King Genghis again. And at long last, we'll overlay these two together to bring out our High King Caesar. I just thought this was a really nifty combo, since we actually got out the 3 High Kings, High King Alexander, High King Caesar, and High King Genghis. And you know, we've been waiting so long for this to come out, so being able to bring out all 3 in this board, it's just a really satisfying feeling there. Alright, so let's end things off here with a 3-card combo. Just, you know, sometimes we might have a pretty bad hand, in which case we gotta play differently, but of course this particular combo doesn't use too many resources. Immediately we'll add Gate to add our Swirl Slime. We can take Swirl Slime and Kepler together. We'll fusion summon to go for our Genghis. Banish off our Swirl Slime to special summon off Copernicus, Chainlink 1 and 2. So Copernicus will actually ditch off Necro Slime, and Genghis will actually special summon out Kepler. Kepler is special summon, so he gets to add a Dark Contract. We're actually going to be adding our trap card, Dark Contract of the Witch, and we might as well just set it on the ground. From here, we can actually take Copernicus and Genghis and link summon. Together, we can go for either a Master King Archfiend or a Lamphorencus. It's completely up to you here. You know, a lot of you guys have been requesting Master King Archfiend the most, so here we go. From there, we can take Genghis and Necro Slime in the graveyard and simply just banish off these two to go for our big Genghis. Not particularly a, you know, big combo or anything. It's a really small combo, but it utilizes really little resources and it just sets you up just in case you have a really bad hand here. And of course, we do have a Witch set, so technically Genghis and Archfiend will have a relatively alright boost. But that's pretty much it for part 3 of the combo videos. I'm pretty sure this video is getting a little too long now, so do stay tuned for part 4. I think that should be the last part of this whole combo encyclopedia, so I hope you guys enjoyed these, and definitely make sure you actually list down your own combos as well in the comment section down below. So yeah, until then, hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.